Hey there, I'm Katsumi, and this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So the energy I'm feeling now signals a profound established order and a powerful reclaiming of your personal authority. And right now the word coming through is satisfaction. I'm also hearing that the cosmic court has ruled decisively in your favor. Some sort of sacred pact guarantees your final uncontested success. Now let's find out what other messages are coming through. So starting off, right now you're in this sort of mindset where you're determined and there's some sort of sacrifice happening in the background. Maybe you sacrificed something, maybe that's why you're feeling satisfied, or maybe something was sacrificed on your behalf and so you're feeling pretty good about it, is what I'm hearing. Something is almost like you had to let something go to reclaim your power, is what I heard as well. Something to do with this Ace of Pentacles, where you were planting your seeds of prosperity and someone tried to almost like come at you, is what I heard. Someone tried to almost like, I heard rain on your parade, is what I heard there. Someone wanted to almost like use you perhaps as a sacrifice. I don't know why. I kind of got, like when it's like Hollywood vibes where people feel like they need to sacrifice someone to like get an upper hand is kind of what I got there. Something to do with people feeling threatened about who you are, what you were going to become, or who you were going to become. Also, I have like this wire that's like, like I have like earphones on or something. I have the ones with the wires. So something about like, I felt like a little like detangled in it or something. So that might be a significance as well. So yeah, something to do with you planting those prosperities, something about an opportunity opening up for you in the past or is starting to open up for you is kind of where people are kind of like throwing their weight around is what I'm hearing. Something to do with wanting you to have or share in their burden is what I heard. Something to do where people wanted you to almost like stop being happy-go-lucky kind of vibe, compromise your integrity, compromise who you are as a person. Okay, that's what I'm feeling there. Two of Pentacles kind of gives that vibe of you kind of like balancing things out. The spark, the shift, things that like kind of opened up to you. You're like, hey, this is not looking too well. This is not shaping up the way that I imagined, So you decided, hey, I'm just going to be adaptable. I'm going to be resilient. And that's kind of like the mindset that I see and feel in the energies here. Okay? Something about you just juggling things because you're protecting your self-worth. You're protecting something about just you wanting to feel open to the things that are coming in for you. And so like you're just kind of protecting yourself at the same time as things are just like opening themselves up is what I'm hearing. Like you still want to be opened up to opportunities, but you're not letting yourself like get out of touch. Like you're still keeping balance is what I'm hearing with that Two of Pentacles, right? Right now in your current landscape though, you have this Knight of Wands energy popping up. Something to do with your passionate pursuits. Like this is your reality. Like you're really passionate, okay? You're really like driven about something and like you're pushing through with this like fiery charge about you, okay? But people almost want to like just rain on that. People want to make you feel disrupted in your peace, disrupted in your balance. And I heard that you caught on to this is what I heard. Something to do with eventually they're going to feel regret or they have already felt regret. Something to do with that satisfaction word though. Something to do where you're going to have some sort of success in this regard of like, I don't know what it is. Something about you disregarding them. Maybe it's their feelings. Maybe someone is feeling disregarded. Or maybe, I don't know what it is. It feels almost like an energy of like someone feeling as though they're being disregarded in the position that they're in. But they've already like received the fruits of their labor. And they don't want another person to succeed in or have spotlight is what I'm hearing here. Something to do with them feeling almost like their spot is contested is what I'm hearing. Queen of Swords. It's like, something to do with some sort of blind spot in this Queen of Swords energy where someone did something or said something, so you'll need to be discerning about it. You'll need to seek clarity. You'll need to almost like something I heard, be at your wits' end. So kind of like keep your wits about you is what I heard. Something to do where you're intelligent. So use that intelligence, use that intuition to kind of like unravel the truth of things. I'm also hearing that you're kind of like breaking away and being independent with this Queen of Swords energy because there's some sort of conflicting thoughts, some sort of conflicting truths that you're unraveling. It feels almost like now that we're in this, like, this is timeless, but like in the moment of this reading, it could, it might be New Year's for some of you, but in this present moment, it's kind of like things are kind of shaping up, kind of like solidifying itself in the beginning of the year. So you kind of want to kind of keep that structure and stability. I'm getting like Emperor vibes from that, Aries energy, okay? And that's going to be the missing piece for you going forward, okay? But right now, you have this sort of like hidden, almost like influence around you where you are standing in a great community. Someone or something or people, some sort of group seems to be providing you fulfillment, love, joy, harmony. And it's like you're standing tall in that because in this like fiery energy, this fiery landscape that you have, like this pursuit, this passionate pursuit, you're being like really decisive about things, okay? About not diminishing your light, proving people wrong, almost like, it's like you're commanding your destiny and asserting your power in this regard. And you're doing it with like a lot of love and joy, but you're also doing it in a respectful way. It's like you're trying to let people understand and acknowledge that there's more room. I heard there's enough room for everyone. That's what I heard. And there's more room coming is what I heard too, which is great because it's like you're in this mindset where it's like you're humble. So it's like they have no choice but to be humble with you, okay? Which is like really nice energy. And also what's interesting, when I was pre-shuffling the deck here, I was getting like the World, and I was getting like King of Cups vibes. So that might be of significance where you're just very calm and balanced in your energies, okay? And you might even have some sort of like completion coming in for you, some sort of arrival that's gonna really make you feel like fulfilled, okay? And so with this Three of Cups, something about this sort of like consequence of the Three of Cups where it's like, because of community, people are going to be gathering, and so there's going to be some sort of, I don't know what it is. I heard upheaval, okay? I don't know if it's like a disagreement. It might be a celebration of you, which kind of like creates this like direct consequence for this person, this direct like, almost like a rippling effect. Or I also got backlash from that too. It's like, they're going to be feeling as though it's unfair. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, they don't want to, like, this situation to be the deciding factor that defines your self-worth, that protects your self-worth. I almost get this feeling where it's like people try to put you in this isolation phase, put you in this exclusion phase to almost like project like their feelings towards you in some like weird, like, I don't know why I got like condescending, coy. I got snaky vibes from that for some reason. Oh, and so yeah, it kind of gives that vibe of just like you have to protect yourself, okay? But in doing so, it's like you're still. It's so interesting because like you're still being really giving, like you're still being kind, you're still being nostalgic, innocent. You're still having like all these embodiments of like someone who's reciprocating fairness and goodness. But like, it's so interesting. It's like you're giving chances, but it almost feels like you're doing it for your own peace. It's like, in order to forgive someone, is to forgive yourself. Is almost like that, you know? Or it's almost like forgive so you can let go. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from what I'm seeing here, what you're doing, okay? It's almost like the universe wants you to utilize this impact that you have of like, I don't know, it's like people coin it as people pleasing, but you coin it as like keeping your peace, you know? Putting the rest behind you, you know? Maintaining your, I don't know what it is, like some sort of like, I get this like dreamy, uncertain, inspired, like spark ambition kind of vibe. Like you have this new energy about you. So you're just like flowing and like ebbing and weaving and like really harmoniously. Like you're determined to make the sacrifices that you need to build, to collaborate, and to keep it pushing is what I heard. Ooh, Two of Cups. Okay, so something to do with your social sphere, with connections, your partnerships. Okay, this is like the environment that you're in. It's gathering, okay? It's definitely gathering, and there's some sort of mutuality popping up here where it's like, ooh, it's like it feels very much like connections are going to be made, unions are going to be made. Maybe this is some sort of new relationship coming in for you, okay? Like some sort of partner, lover, okay? Maybe some sort of friendship, relationship vibe, okay? That's like maybe, friendship that starts off in friendship, then goes into romance or a relationship. Maybe something serious is going to happen soon. Maybe this is kind of like the external pressures, some things that are just happening in the background that you're not aware of. Maybe this could even be like in a work environment, partnerships are happening, okay, alignments are happening in the background. You don't know what to expect. You don't know what's happening, what's coming forth, but little do you know, opportunities. I heard something about like opportunity sparking. I don't know, what's the phrase? Like I don't even I can't quite catch it, but like something's like happening, it's brewing in the background, okay? Something to do with your partnerships, you aligning to something, okay? I don't know why, but I also get this feeling like someone was expecting you to almost like be below them, maybe like a title, maybe some sort of authority figure thought that you would always like be a subordinate to them or something like that. Maybe that might be a work environment, so that might be of significance, okay? And then Nine of Wands, so, kind of gives this vibe of that you're just kind of like, I got this word breaking free, okay? But this isn't like one of these situations where it's like, it's almost like going to be a loss to someone else, but not you. It's like people are going to be, it's like their darkest hour. Like they're going to feel the loss, but they're going to realize it too late. It's almost as though this person needed this partnership with you so that they could have it easy, is what I heard. They could almost like have the work be easy, their life be easy. Maybe it's like they didn't think that you were that valuable. So like this turning point, you deciding to go the opposite direction is proving them wrong. And it's like the people who try to diminish your light, they're like realizing this. It's like the uncertainty is being removed now, okay? You're asserting that dominance. They're feeling regret, okay? And I feel as though you had some sort of suspicion in the background where you kind of knew what was up, you know what I mean? And so the universe is just asking you to keep in that Page of Cups and like mindset that we were touching upon, okay? Where it's kind of like, it almost gave me like Queen of Cups vibes. Stay compassionate, but also stay sensitive, dreamy, be artistic about things, be creative about things, okay? Just have that wanderlust where you're just like constantly like envisioning new avenues to traverse, new rivers to sail, new oceans, rivers to sail. I don't even know if people are sailing rivers, but like oceans to sail, you know? Maybe that might be a significance. Like it starts from a river and becomes an ocean. Like things are flooding to you in this abundant way, in this abundant fashion, okay? And so let's see what the key is here for you, the final breakthrough. Ooh, the Ace of Swords. So something is breaking through for you. You will have clarity. You will have some sort of realization in it, okay? And I really love to see that. And okay. Now that's interesting. So in your destination, your final outcome, you have the King of Pentacles. It's almost as though because of your diligence, because of your rooted behavior, so you're going from all the way from the Ace of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, you're just like reflecting on everything that you've done, okay? And you're stable about it, you're wise about it, you're reliable. It looks like you're coming up on top, like you're gonna become a leader in some sort of business opportunity, a partnership. Maybe you're being a leader in authority in your own life. maybe you're being a leader in terms of what you want to do going forward. It kind of looks to be like that. Okay, let's find out what other messages are coming through for this second spread here. Okay, see what kind of are the shadow things you need to look out for. Okay, so let's see what this is looking like. I also heard momentum, something to do with you're gonna catch some sort of message. I heard in the news post or something like that, some sort of article. It might be an invitation to somewhere, is what I heard. Okay, something to do where also you're going to be receiving some sort of spiritual like high or reality check, so just be on the lookout for that. Something to do where you're going to have about I'm getting like 4 to 8 hours, maybe 24 hours. You might have the whole day, but there's going to be something that kind of like taps you on the shoulder. I heard taps you on the head. I don't know why. That might be of significance too. Maybe someone taps you on the head, or that's something that you do often to others. But it feels as though it's like a tap on the shoulder, like, hey, wake up, we're here for you. We're ready to show you what this is all about. We're ready for you to receive your reward, your recognition. Don't let the fruits of your labor spoil. Make sure you like really take good care of it. Harvest those fruits, harvest those vegetables is what I'm hearing. Okay, so that might be of significance. Something to do with like, I don't know why, maybe you'll be on some sort of substance. If you're of age, maybe you'll be drinking or some sort of smoking or something like that might be of significance. We have alcohol and like a wood being held by the skeleton, so you might be feeling like you're really on a high. Okay, so that might be of significance as well, where that might happen. And yeah, something to do where when you go out, keep in mind, especially if you're, introverted, to be mindful of your social battery. Take time to rest, recover your energy. I heard recover your throat chakra, okay? Drink plenty of water is what I heard. Something to do with shutting down occasionally when you're in a social environment. So if you need to step away, keep mind of that so that you can kind of like keep your peace, you know what I mean? Don't let yourself be put in a situation where you just don't feel comfortable. Like if you need to step out for a second, get your, ducks in a row, gather your ropes, do that, And so let's see what else we got here. Yeah, something to do with someone also is going to be dodging something. Maybe it has something to do with fear of change, comfort zone. I'm definitely feeling in the energies here that someone is going to feel some sense of betrayal, some sense of like their intuition kind of put them off guard. I'm hearing that your opposition, those who are kind of like carrying or trying to push burdens onto you, they're carrying their own burdens. Like it seems like they're almost like not utilizing their intuition. They're being very ignorant about certain things. And so it's like there's going to be some sort of public humbling in that regard that they're going to be facing is what I'm hearing. Something to do where they're going to be humbled about your title, who you are, your responsibilities, your sort of, I'm almost getting like your, I don't know, something to do with like some sort of status, okay? They're going to be aware of that. It's going to be acknowledged is what I'm hearing, okay? And there's some fear of change. They're fearing that. They know it's coming. They kind of want to stay in the comfort zone of you kind of being beneath them, but it's like that's not something that's going to last for very long if that's the situation that you're in. Something to do where it's like, it's now or never kind of thing, okay? So let's see what's the gossip in terms of what's happening next. In terms of after the shadow work here between you and your oppositions here. Ooh, something to do with this one. Ooh, you're going to have a big break coming through. Sorry, the cards are like not straight at all. But yeah, you're going to have some sort of big break in your career. I was definitely getting career vibes, okay? Something to do with a major opportunity coming in for you. It's going to be life-changing, and you're going to feel satisfied from it. I feel like it definitely feels like it's like somewhere around March, April, okay? You might receive some good news, okay? That's kind of like what I'm thinking. Ooh, okay, so trust the signs, and also something to do with someone being two-faced. So just be mindful of when you catch this big break, that there's going to be people who are kind of saying one thing, doing the other. They kind of want to kind of misinterpret the goodness that's coming into your life. So just be mindful of that. And kind of like I heard, set things in place is what I heard. Make things known. Set your boundaries is what I heard too. Yeah, something to do with that. And also, yeah, something to do with them kind of like hiding their true colors, their true nature. Also, the sun's coming up, so the lighting's a little different now. But I'm not gonna worry about that too much. But yeah, so just just trust yourself, trust your intuition, because you know better than anyone in terms of what's happening and what's coming towards you. Okay, so trust the signs, pay attention to the guidance that the universe is trying to give to you, and yeah, the message is received. So when you receive it, let it be known. So yeah, those are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If this reading resonated, consider showing your support by subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment down below. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.